The battle for the lead. Into the park chicane. No outbraking this time. Polen leads Shobert. Suzuki leads Honda. Anders Andersson's the leading European, but Andersson's off. The back end of the Suzuki stepped out, and Andersson was high-sided at the park chicane. His race well and truly over in spectacular style. Just look at that again. Anders Andersson's really trying hard. He flicks it left-handed, and the back end steps out. Suddenly the tyre bites. The front wheel hits the curb, and Andersson is flicked up into the air and over the front of the bike. There's nothing he can do to prevent that, and his race is over. Andersson, in fact, very fortunate also that he rolled out of the way of that flying Suzuki. He would certainly have known about him if he'd have collected a clout from that around the ear. Andersson, though, perfectly all right in that crash, but I would imagine his Suzuki a bit second-hand. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, the fight continues. Polen leads Shobert, but Shobert hasn't given up the ghost yet. He'll still be battling until the final flag. 69 is James Whittam on the Suzuki, in 7th place. Behind him, Roger Marshall. Still, the battle for the lead rages on. This personal vendetta between the two Americans. Haslam is still in 3rd spot, Burnett 4th, 45 Scott Gray is 5th, and in 6th place it's Mark Phillips. Polen heads Shobert. There seems to be nothing Shobert can do to get back at his arch rival. Phillips bringing up the rear of that group. And Shobert makes a move, trying to go around the outside of Polen, but thinks the better of it this time around. Haslam on the Zero bike, still in 3rd spot, ahead of Roger Burnett. Both on very similar machines, those two, and there's very little to choose between them. 52 is Terry Reimer. He's the reserve called up into the British team because Keith Ewan's having problems with his Yamaha. Polen still in the lead and still unable to shake off the shadow of his arch rival, Bubba Shobert. Shobert goes round the outside as Polen takes a look over his shoulder, and he pays dearly for it as Shobert goes back into the lead. So it's now Bubba Shobert from Doug Polen. And has Polen got some problem, or was it just a mistake? Certainly Bubba Shobert seems to have got away a little in that short space of time, but no, Doug Polen has powered back onto his rear wheel, and he'll be mounting a challenge any time now. That's Scott Gray in 5th place. Polen makes his move. Polen tries to outbrake Shobert, and he does it into the park chicane. A superb manoeuvre from the Suzuki rider. Polen now leading, Shobert in 2nd place, and that's the final lap, so that's the way it stays. A win then for Doug Polen, and poor Anders Andersson, he looked like he was unhurt when he got up, but there's obviously a shoulder problem for the Swedish rider. A collarbone, in fact, is broken, and that'll be the end of his appearance in the Eurolantic Challenge. And that result, with the Britons packing the places, enabled them to move up into a 10-point lead over the USA team. 3rd, 4th, 6th, 7th and 8th places for Britain, but no doubt whatsoever about the winner of the 5th leg.
Doug Polen, here we are again. You said you were going to win them. Well, that's 2 down now. How do you feel?
Yeah, 1 to go. Bubba's looking pretty good right now, and so I think it'll be between he and I right there at the end again for the last one, but we'll just see how it goes.
It looked pretty close. You're actually leaning on each other on that last corner, weren't you?
Yeah, Bubba tried to get kind of on the outside of me, trying to get on the inside of me on the second part of this corner, and I wouldn't let him, so that's how it finished.